Alrighty, I'm going to start with a cash stuffing video. So I have my cash here that I'm going to be stuffing my wallet with, but first I have to clean out my wallet. I went on a trip and I've got quite a bit left over. Oops, I left my change open. Okay, so we're going to start with the first one, which is self-care, and I'm just going to pull out what I have in that folder. Right, so I have a 50, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So $56 is in that folder, and that's what I have left over. My next one is groceries, and I did use up all of my grocery money, so there's nothing to take out of there. Household, again, I took everything out of my little household folder, and I used that money. Refreshments, I've got $5 and $6. I put that right over there. And then eating out, I've got, let's see, bunches of ones. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I have $10 left in eating out from the past 2 weeks. And let's see if I have anything in my auto folder. I do not have anything left in my auto folder, so I'm just going to take my change that I have in here and dump it all out. I'm going to set my wallet off to the side for a second and figure out how much change I have. I'm not really going to count this up because I'm going to roll over a lot of my change. I'm just making my wallet a little bit lighter by taking some of the change out. So I'm just going to separate it so that I can decide how much I want to roll over for the next week. Okay, so I usually don't start off with more than about 4 quarters. So I'm going to move that over here with my cash that I'm going to restuff. I'll go ahead and keep all 3 of my dimes and all 3 of my nickels. And then I'm going to count out 5 pennies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm just going to add those. And this right here is going to be the amount that I'm going to roll over for next week. So I'm just going to move this over here. Oops. So I'm just going to take my money that I pulled out of the bank, and I pull it out all in 20s because it's just easier for me to do it that way, just because my ATM does increments of 20. So instead of having to go to a bank teller and have them break down the exact amounts I need, then I've kind of averaged out what I need for each envelope in my wallet in order to make it work. So what I usually do is I have self-care, household, refreshments, eating out, and then auto. And what I do is I usually put $40 in my self-care. Now I know I had $50 and some change over here that I pulled out, and that's just because it rolled over for a couple weeks and I didn't end up using it. So I'm going to put $40 here. And then I've got a groceries folder, and I just use that mainly for lunches and when I'm making dinner for myself. I do still live at home, so I don't have to worry about every meal. So I usually just put 60 in that, and that will work for 2 weeks. So that's $60 for 2 weeks worth of lunch, breakfast, and an occasional dinner for 2 weeks. And then I've got household, and I usually put $60 in that as well. This is just where I can save up money for my future house, and sometimes I'll randomly see something that I really like and just go ahead and pick that up. So I've got refreshments, and I usually put $40 in for 2 weeks. Eating out, I usually do an additional $40. And then in my auto, I do $40 as well. Alright. And then we did have my change over here. So that is 5 cents in pennies, 15 cents in nickels, 30 cents in dimes, and $1 in quarters. So that ends my cash stuffing. And then I also have this amount left. So this is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And those two amounts of 100 apiece will go towards my tithe and my phone and car insurance payments. Now I spend more than $100 a month in both of those, but like I said, this is just for a 2-week period. Sometimes my tithe fluctuates a little bit, but that's kind of where I'm sitting now. That's what I feel like God has led me to give right now. So I've got $100 for there, and then $100 for my car insurance and phone. Which I give to my mom because I'm still on their policy, but I pay my own. And in the next video, I will go over what I'm going to do with all my leftover money, and also how I stuff this in advance for the coming weeks and months of those folders.